the top used to. I like it. Here we go. When they come around the start-finish line, I want you to shake it all about. I want the drivers to see. Are you ready? Here we go. Shake it all about. There we are. Night number 1 here at HP Stockfeed Simpson Speedway. Domain Ramsey coming up to the top just to show you he appreciates it. I like it. Well, boys, 20 laps on the board. Time to kick it off. Time to get loose.
Green cloth aloft, Caden Brown to lead us away. Domain Ramsey on his outside. The green cloth drops and Domain switches to the inside. Goes the inside, around. Caden Brown fights back on the inside, around the outside. Domain gets the early race lead here. Caden Brown fights back doggedly on the inside. They're side by side down the front straight. Mitch Whiting back there in the V17. Mills up around the outside. We've got Robert Hurd in the South Australia 57. Your race leader leading the way though, Caden Brown. Domain Ramsey not letting him get away, not giving an inch in the 71. Mitch Whiting sits back in third, Robert Hurd in fourth. Further back through our field we go to Nick Parker, Todd Wigsell, but your race leader Caden Brown with 17 to run. And Caden Brown getting a comfortable lead now, getting away from Domain. Mitch Whiting back in third, further back to Robert Hurd, who ducks to the inside through turns 3 and 4. Switching back though, Whiting on the inside. So they switch positions a couple of times over there. Domain sits in a comfortable second up ahead. Back in fifth we go to Nick Parker. He's back there in company with Todd Wigsell, Caleb Mills and Travis Mills. Further back we go to the 22 car, which is that of Joe Lostich, but up in front your race leader. Absolutely powering away from the field is Caden Brown. Robert Hurd switching positions again with Whiting, who switches back up the inside. It's a dog-eat-dog battle back there for third and fourth. Just up ahead of them we've got Domain Ramsey in the 71, but your race leaders OUT out of there. He's miles ahead is Caden Brown in the V97. Domain Ramsey. We see Whiting do a bit of a slide job on him, but Domain gets back. Hurd sits in third. Back behind them to Whiting. Domain Ramsey tries to switch back to the inside as Hurd goes up into second. But Robert Hurd, Domain Ramsey does a slide job, but Hurd's going to return favour off turn 2. Back there in fourth we go to Mitch Whiting, who's coming under some increasing pressure now from Nick Parker and Caleb Mills. A fair way back now. In the field we go back to Joe Lostich, who sits back there with Mills as well, but up in front your race leader. Clearing out, leading the way comfortably is Caden Brown. Domain holding down a nice strong second again now as he starts to get away from that little gaggle of cars from third all the way through to sixth. Mitch Whiting, just as I said, that goes around and Lostich cleans him up, nowhere to go. So Joe Lostich just caught up in all of that. Had nowhere to go when Mitch Whiting went around. There's a couple of cars spun around there below him as well. Looks like Mills.
But we continue on with this one. Oh, Hurd just goes a bit wide. Allows Parker to come in, but Hurd just puts the foot down. Puts the ponies to work. Mills now going to work on Parker on the inside. Mills on the inside, Parker to the outside. Now Mills goes to the outside. Hurd under pressure from Parker, gets held up from the slide job. Hurd makes contact with the turn 4 wall. Maybe some tyre issues there for Hurd, but we continue on once again. Caden Brown, top of the tree here in turn 3 and 4. Behind him is Ramsey, Caleb Mills, Nick Parker, Robert Hurd. Then we go back to the 15 of DJ Raw, who's been impressive throughout the night. Low Stitch had to make up a bit of ground. He found himself wherever the green flag started from. So Caden Brown got some clean air currently at the moment with 5 laps to run in our feature event here at HB Stockfeed Simpson Speedway. For the Speedcars, he comes into turn 1 and 2, may only have a couple of laps of lap traffic, so won't play too much of a part. Domain Ramsey's about half a straightaway distance between first and second. Then you go back to Squizzy Mills, who's in P3, and there's probably only about 1 or 2 car lengths between Ramsey and Mills. So Mills trying to put in some hard yards with laps running out in this one. Parker behind them, and Robert Hurd has just tailed off towards the end of this. All eyes are on the battle between Domain Ramsey and Travis Mills. As Benny, there's only 3 to run in this one.
There certainly is, and Caden Brown at the top of his game, looking really strong. He'll come around with 2 to run, and Caden Brown a long way in front of his fellow competitors. Domain Ramsey holding down that second position, starting to get pushed a little bit by Mills though. So Mills really starting to turn the screw there, gets on by, but your race leader, Caden Brown, leading the way comfortably. Over Mills, back to Domain Ramsey. 1 lap to go, last corner for your race leader, and Caden Brown will take the checkers in round 1 of the Southern Speedcar Tour, thanks to Dutton Garages and presented by Max Dumsney Motorsport. Ahead of Mills, Domain Ramsey, Nick Parker, Robert Hurd, Joe Lostich, DJ Raw, Matt Papa, Damien Bishop, and Matthew Brown, the last of your finishers.
Wow, Caden Brown though, how far?
Caden Brown was just far too good,
yeah.
But geez, it was an exciting race though, back for those positions. From second through 6th there at certain stages, it was a really, really exciting event.
That battle for the minors between Caleb Mills and Domain Ramsey, gee, that was a ripper too.
It certainly was. We've got Jake down there who'll try and catch a word, I think, with
Caden, definitely.
Caden in just a moment. So that's and that'll be the last interview of the night down on the track, Gary.
Yes, and we'll have presentations out in the pits. Don't forget though, coming up, our next race meeting here at HB Stockfeed Simpson Speedway, coming your way Monday night, the 27th of December, for a round of the Eureka Garages and Sheds SRA Sprint Car Series, and also the opening round, round number 1 of Speed Week for the Formula 500s.
Yeah, certainly. We've got some massive events to come. Just awaiting for Caden to take the helmet off, and Jake will be having a few words in just a few seconds.
A man that is pretty familiar to these kind of conversations post-race, Caden Brown, mate. First time ever in a speed car here around HB Stockfeed Simpson Speedway. Good to tick the box with a feature win.
Oh, exactly right. This is probably the smoothest season opener we've ever had in my 5 years of racing this division. We worked real hard over the off-season. Obviously, we got our familiar Kim Shazzy with our factory cane shocks, but credit to Jamie McKinley from GID. We went real hard at getting an updated engine package, and man, this thing just rips that hard. It makes my job a lot easier. So if it wasn't for this package, then obviously my dad and my pop, they worked so hard in getting this thing ready week in, week out, and just provided me with such an immaculate piece of equipment. And then my crew chief, Brad Dead, it's like he hasn't been away from a racetrack. He got this set up on point, hot laps, 2 weeks in the feature. So and I think, I'm not too sure if there's a live stream or if it's on the radio, but big shout out to my mum, sister, and all my other family back home in New South Wales. They're my biggest supporters, and I couldn't do it without them. So it's been pretty cool.
Mate, I think you pretty much covered it all with that one there. Fantastic effort from there, and it's a big commitment to come down here. How long did it take you to travel down here to HB Stockfeed Simpson Speedway today?
It took us about 12 hours total, but big credit to my dad. I normally sleep the whole way down and he drives, but we got a pretty long drive home tonight. I got to get back for work tomorrow, so at 12 o'clock, so hopefully we can make it there. But just want to quickly give out a huge shout out to my sponsors who make this all possible. TFH, Fine Line Fabrications, Dunn Garage, Carbon Concepts, C&A Trucking, United Truck Parts, Rondelli Metal Fabrications, United Race Gear, Factory Cane Shocks, GRD, Pass Powder Coating, and yeah, without all them I couldn't do it.
Mate, fantastic effort. Congratulations on the feature win here at round 1 for the Speedcar series. As Caden Brown makes his way off track. Back up to you boys. It was a fantastic night, fantastic race, and I hope everyone else enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks, Jake. It has been a great night. On behalf of all the committee, volunteers, and everyone here at HB Stock Feeds, we hope we've had a great night. If you haven't quite left and you've got a little bit of rubbish around you, please pick your rubbish up. Just pop it in a bin for us on your way. It makes it a lot easier for our volunteers to clean up. And we do hope you've enjoyed the night. We'd love to see you back here on the 27th of December, Gary, for our Eureka Garages and Sheds and round 1 of Speed.